Alright everyone, we're back to BTD6. Welcome, welcome. We have a new Odyssey out called Cylindrical Thinking. I've already chosen my crewmates, but I need to divulge one key detail that I did not notice before choosing my crewmates here. This, as you can see by the crew remaining 21 of 21, is an extreme mode Odyssey. So if you don't remember what those are, your monkey crew is expendable. Once placed, each monkey tower is used up and can't be used again. So, the rules, very basic. Medium standard, hard standard, hard standard, hard standard, hard impossible. So basically, because we have 20 actual monkeys and then the 21st one is our hero, which we chose Quincy by the way, we basically need to use roughly 4 monkeys per map, including Quincy. And I think I'll save my village that I picked for the last one. But yes, essentially I picked these guys. 3 darts, 2 snipers, 4 subs, 2... Why did I choose 4 subs? What is wrong with me? Anyway, 4 subs, 2 wizards, 3 ninjas, 3 alchemists, great pick, 1 village, 2 bomb shooters, and 1 Quincy. And of course no powers, because I just don't do powers. Alright, so we're going to dive right into this. Well, to be fair, I have already dove right into this, but I only noticed it was extreme mode and then I backed out. So we've completed round 1, so I'm really sorry if you can't get past round 1 and you're really struggling with it. But, you know, my tutorial is null and void. But anyway, the reason I chose Quincy is because I thought at the time that it was just a regular Odyssey. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'll just choose Quincy because everybody's got Quincy and it'll be easier to follow along. But now that I've realized it's an extreme Odyssey, like, I still don't regret my decision, but I'm a bit more concerned about it now, to say the least. But anyway, I've also turned off my monkey knowledge, just to also kind of roll with you guys. Anybody that's missing out on some monkey knowledge may have a more difficult time doing this map than I would. So I turned it off so that we're on a more even playing field. So, we need now, I think, at least, a dart monkey. We're going to start with a dart monkey, try and get a crossbow master to carry us as hard as possible. I really want to, if I can, I'd like to get through the first 2, maybe even 3 maps with only using, say, 3, maybe even 2 monkeys other than Quincy. Because if you didn't know, Quincy, your hero, rather, not just Quincy, your hero does carry over. Once you place your hero, you can place it again every single match. It's the only tower that you can place repeatedly. But everything else, now that I've placed this dart monkey, after I finish this map, or no, just after I finish this map, I will not be able to place this dart monkey again, and I will be limited to the 2 that I have remaining. However, if you do get to around, say, 79, and you've placed every single one of your monkeys, but think that you can do it like 1 to 80 again with using less towers, you can in fact just lose the round, start the whole thing again, and then all of your towers won't be gone by the next one. So if you get to the end of a game essentially and you think, oh, you know, I placed 4 towers there, but I think I could do it with 3. You can still just lose, try again, see if you can. Because if you think you'll struggle with this, because I know some people will, because safe to say the extreme mode Odysseys suit their name, but luckily we're not dealing with the map Bazaar, so, you know, we shouldn't be too bad off here. But yes, if you're struggling with some Odysseys later on, or some levels later on in the Odyssey, try saving some monkeys in the early game before you even get to the late game. It'll save you a lot of time and effort. Alright, so, good thing about Quincy is that he gets an upgrade to pop camo balloons, which is very nice. Not a lot of heroes can pop camo balloons. But then later on, he gets an upgrade where one of his shots, like I think it's every 3rd shot or so, is explosive. And so Quincy can shoot an explosive, and he can also see camos. So camo leads, not necessarily covered, but can be handled, at least moderately well, by Quincy alone. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. Do we go for the Crossbow Master immediately? Or do we have to splash out and use another tower first? I suppose... hold on. Let's have a look at the rules. This map has water, this map has water, this map has water, this map doesn't. Okay, so we're not going to be able to use our subs on the last map, so I'm thinking that kind of gives me the okay to use at least one here. So I'm going to put him here, and do 2 at the top. That's just typical for a sub. You always want to go 2 at the top generally, or at least most of the time, unless you're going for oh no, yeah no, 2 at the top, generally the best pick. And then we'll go for, maybe we'll go at the bottom. I was thinking in the middle, but I don't think we really need to get ballistic missile and so on and so forth, first strike and all that. I don't think it's really necessary for this. But man, I love the fact that these Odysseys can change up so much now. Like the last one with the super speed, that was an intense new challenge. And then these extreme mode versions as well. This is bad. We don't have this yet, so we can't pop leads. Okay, I think we'll do this. So it's still the same sub. We haven't expended a new one by placing this guy, I don't think. Except this guy can pop leads. Very handy indeed. So always think about that as an option when you're doing extreme Odysseys. Like if you're coming up against something you know you can't beat, like leads, just like then, don't always think that you have to save up money and place a new tower, because that's not necessarily true. You can always sell something you do have, change the upgrade pathway, and deal with it that way, essentially. Which is a better alternative, if I'm honest. So we've got 2 towers down plus Quincy. We can use a third, and I think we might. But what would our third tower be? Maybe Ninja? I'm not sure. I would like to save Ninja and Alchemist for the last 3 maps. If I can help it. Because Ninja and Alchemist, we all know the power of the Ninja and the Alchemist together. At least in the early rounds. They are fierce. And so I want to save them for the last 3 maps rather than the first 2. If I can help it. Just because it'll make going through them a lot easier. But yes, essentially like every single one of the Odysseys has sort of like a premise. Or like a reason behind it. And this one seems to be, well, it was called what? Cylindrical something? Yeah, I don't know. We can't tell the name from here, I don't think. But essentially it's just about maps that have a lot of loops in them. So loop around here, loop around there, loop around here, loop around there, and you will find that very similarly with the rest of the tracks as well. Either one big loop or many small loops. It's just all about loops. Don't know why, but why not, I guess, is the real question here. Why not? If you can do it, why not? Alright, so we're having a bit of trouble here, but we're getting close to round 40, which scares me a lot more than it should now, thanks to the last Odyssey. But I do believe we are doing quite well. Not losing any lives just yet. We could start. Nah, we wouldn't start. Well, we very well could if we keep this up. So, I think we need to place our third tower, and I think it's going to be a bomb shooter. I like the idea of having a bomb shooter right here. And then going all the way at the bottom, and then there, and then close. That will essentially obliterate any regular balloon at this point in time. Okay, so we've got 3 towers down, and I really don't want to go over that. So I guess I'm just gonna be upgrading these guys. Okay, once we pop these, here comes the Moab. Use Quincy's ability to speed him up. Destroy the Moab fairly easily. And then Dart Monkey and Sub can do some cleanup. Okay, so we weren't half bad there, but there is some concern that our damage is not that great. So for now, we're going to be relying on Quincy. Ooh, we just got the triple damage to Moab class balloons. Did he just level that up now? Or was that available when he fought the first Moab? I don't know. But, essentially, we're going to be trying to get our Crossbow Master here, because that's going to be our main source of DPS. And then if we have to, we can always utilize another tower, but preferably not. Because it's always good to have backups at the very end, just in case the last map is a bit more of a struggle than you expect. Although, to be fair, I know the last map is carts and darts, and that's not that difficult, to be honest. This is probably... This one and Downstream are probably the most difficult maps on this Odyssey. Just because of the more spread out nature of the map. Like, they go through here, and then around here, and then over here, and then up here. Right, so they utilize the whole space of the screen, really. And Downstream utilizes like over here, and then up here, and then it goes. Right? Whereas all the other maps like to loop around themselves a lot more, I think. So it'll be a bit easier for those ones. Alright, we're gonna try and save up for Crossbow Master here, if we can help it. Looking good, but we'll activate Quincy's ability just to manage the ceramics a bit more. Okay. We can buy our first strike capability, but we are in fact saving up for Crossbow Master. And although, wait, why is... Oh, okay. I thought for a second that Quincy had not leveled up at all. I just saw that this amount of progress was filled in. I was like, that was the same amount the last time I looked. That's pretty sus. But nah, we're good. But yeah, so Quincy has leveled up since the first Moab. So he should technically be better at dealing with Moabs, or at least with balloons in general. So I've got no worries there. It's just because there's 2 Moabs that I'm a little concerned. But if we manage to... Ooh, maybe I should have used Quincy's ability there. Oh, most of them are pretty slow. Yeah, we got it covered. Now, we are gonna actually turn off auto start here. Just to see how much money we need for our... Okay, so we're at 21,000 and we need 4,000 extra. Well, there it is. We have our Crossbow Master. And then we can replace him and not feel too bad, because either way he was going to be deleted. Alright, so then this should be a piece of cake. Yep. This is why you get dart monkeys, guys. Don't underestimate dart monkeys. They are savages when it comes to... Well, at least when it comes to Crossbow Master. Absolute savage. Didn't even need to use Quincy's ability. Alright, so we'll put it back on auto start. And now we feel safe, because our Crossbow Monkey can now officially pop leads. And he shoots darts, so he can also pop purples. And he can see camos, so he can also pop camos. So we're essentially just chilling. We're big time chilling right now. And then I guess we can either get Bomb Blitz or the first strike capability for when it comes to some of the bigger rounds, like 70 or 80 or something like that. But here's what I've noticed about a lot of the Odysseys. So essentially, pretty much every Odyssey is easy-ish. Well, there's also a bit of a disclaimer. This varies based on the modifiers they add in, like the super speed or whatever it is. But generally, any Odyssey that doesn't really go past round 80 is easy, because getting up to round 80 itself is not too difficult, and then when it comes to the ZOMG, you can just get something like the first strike capability to obliterate it in one shot. So you don't really have to deal with that, and you just have to deal with 4 BFBs or something like that. But anything that goes beyond round 80, I find is much more difficult, because in my opinion, rounds 1 to 80 is much easier to complete than rounds 81 to 90. I found that out from the fast-tracked Odyssey, and just from things like alternate balloons round as well. It's just a lot more pain going from 80 to 90, or 80 to 100 even, than it is to just get to 80 in the first place. Because here's my biggest tip for getting to 80, right here. Get a Crossbow Master. Crossbow Master can single-handedly take out wave 63, which is one of the biggest waves that's like actually a threat in between 1 and 80. And then you're pretty much good to go. Like, if you have free range to place as many towers as you like you're not doing an extreme Odyssey where you're limited to saving your resources, then I'd recommend an Alchemist with him. But in this case, I'm going to try and do it without, so that I can save my Alchemists for later levels. But yeah, just in general, either a Ninja or a Dart Monkey, and give him an Alchemist. It'll be 100% worth your time and money, if you can. And don't be afraid to sell your own towers if you need that little bit extra cash. Just like what I did there. I knew that if I first wave 50, I knew I could pop the first Moab if I used Quincy's of first ability, but generally, my towers besides that hadn't changed. So I wouldn't be able to pop the second Moab because it would have my ability on cooldown. So, if you've got to sell a tower that's a little bit weaker to buff a tower to be a bit stronger, then by all means do it. 100% do it. Don't think about it twice. Just ditch your weak towers to get one really strong one that you know that can beat the level, and if not, you can still experiment. See if they beat it. If they don't and the balloons get her up to around here, pause the game, back out, try again. Give it your best shot. But generally, it's always much better to have a 5th tier than a bunch of 4th tiers, in my opinion. I don't know if that's fact or not, but I feel like a lot of people would agree with me on that. Alright, so now we're just watching Quincy level up, and yeah, I guess we're saving for preemptive strike, so other than that, I'm not really going to change much, because I feel like we can handle this. Alright, so unless we're looking like we're close to losing, I guess I will see you guys either when I have 32,000 cash to buy preemptive strike, or at the end of the level if this strategy manages to defeat everything. So I'll see you guys then. Alright everyone, we're approaching 80. I've not had to use a single ability yet, and we've just bought our preemptive strike. So this is a guaranteed win now, because preemptive strike can absolutely destroy ZOMG, let alone its active ability. So once this round is over, and then 79, I will show you just how OP it is to have 2 5th tiers and a recursive cluster deal with the first map of the Odyssey. So between the time I left you and the time I got back, I've used 0 abilities. Still haven't, because it hasn't been necessary. We've been cleaning up pretty well. Look at our Dart Monkey go. Destroying. Actually, that was the closest we've come to losing, right there. Is when they were just slipping past the Dart Monkey around this part of the track, but even then, they'd have to go all the way back around up here, and we could have used this ability in time, or this one in time, to take it out. But we haven't needed to. So that's a bonus in my books. And I feel like on the last wave, we'll just use the preemptive strike ability, and then we'll be done with the first map and on to the second. Won't that be lovely? Alright, fortifieds we can handle. Absolutely destroyed. And here comes wave 80. So the sub's already dealing massive damage to it. We wait for it to get a few more cracks in the balloon. And use the ability now. There you go. Insta-killed. First map. Very easy. And we managed to do it with using only 3 towers. So we still have a good chunk of our crew remaining. Alright. No messing around. Straight onto Lotus Island. Let's see what we can do here. So once again, Quincy does not get used when you place him. So you can place him every single time. And we're back. Pretty much same premise. Round 1 to 80. Seeing if we can get through this map. Now, I think for this map I'm going to use a sniper, because if you put the snipers up on this pedestal here, the obstacles no longer get in the way of its line of sight. So I'm going to use a sniper, potentially a main Moab, to deal with stunning the Moabs in place, and then we'll use something like maybe another crossbow dart monkey, crossbow master, to actually deal most of the damage to the Moabs. Man, I was looking at like all the things I could use, and I was thinking, hey, it lets me use pretty much infinite dart monkeys if I really want. I might just do that. But then I thought against it again. But now I'm thinking maybe it's probably doable, you know? Just doing an Odyssey with dart monkeys. Alright, sorry about that. I was just getting dinner. But yeah, I think an Odyssey with dart monkeys only is very possible. So, do I want to start with the sniper? I should probably turn off auto start while I'm being indecisive. Let's get another sub, actually. Just like the last level, we'll get a sub, except this one will be a plutonium reactor to deal with... Oh, look at that. Perfect. To deal with pretty much every balloon that isn't a Moab. And then we'll get a sniper to deal with every balloon that is a Moab. And then our third tower is probably going to be a dart monkey, just to do some cleanup, especially for round 63 and 78. So that way, we've still got 3 ninja and 3 alchemists for the last 3 maps, and we are utilizing our subs, which is good because we can't use them on the last map. As far as I remember, I think so, yeah. Alright, so if we get... Do we want to get the plutonium reactor now? That's what I'm thinking. Because I feel like Quincy can handle the Moab on his own with his ability. But at the same time, I'm not fully sure. So, I think I'll get a dart monkey up instead. One that's guaranteed to have good range because these stupid plants are going to get in the way. If we put him there though, the plant only blocks off this area, but there's no balloons going that way anyway, so we're all good. So essentially I always try my best to level up my dart monkey to at least a 0-2-4. Just because basically, like, you never want to accidentally find out that you need to purchase another upgrade before the one you're saving for. So the amount of times I've done that, especially with the glue gunner, I'd get like a 3rd tier top path glue gunner, thinking, okay, now I need roughly 24,000 to save up for balloon solver. And then I find out that I haven't bought the $6,000 upgrade before that, which means it would actually cost 30,000 to get the balloon solver, and I was not prepared for that, and then it's wave 63 and I'm just screwed. So always make sure that you get your 4th tiers up before you start saving for 5th tiers, because it is going to come as quite a shock to you if all of a sudden you need to buy another upgrade that you forgot about. Alright, we seem to be doing relatively well here, and so until we get enough money to improve our defenses a little bit here, we're just going to be chilling. Because once we get our sharpshooter, and then once we get our plutonium reactor, we can chill for the most part about pretty much everything that isn't a Moab. Beyond that though, Moabs are scary. At least for right now. At least for right now. Moabs are quite scary. So we're going to have to keep an eye out for them. Ooh, and we also don't have any lead popping power currently. So I don't think we'll get our plutonium reactor up in time. So we will get our final tower, our sniper, buy full metal jacket so we can pop leads, and then get some faster firing, just because I feel like it's rude just to get him for that 1 round or 2 rounds and then just ditch him. You know, we wanna make sure he sticks around a bit. Okay, we're managing to handle ourselves here. We've got pretty much the best team of darts ever. We've got Quincy shooting his bow, we've got our dart monkey shooting his crossbow, and we've got Sub shooting out some darts. It's beautiful, it's brilliant. Alright, so we'll get submerge and support, but we won't submerge it, because really, we're not doing this to see camos, we're doing this to pop balloons once we get this boy. So we can detect camos, pop balloons, and reduce ability cooldowns of nearby water-based monkeys by 15%, which kind of makes me think that we should get maybe another sub. I'd prefer to be able to do it just like we have got now, but if need be, I'd probably get another sub. Alright, I'm going to turn off auto start for now, just because I've received a message that I need to deal with really quick. Won't take too long, but I'll do it at the end of this round, just so you guys don't miss anything. But yes, alright, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. My apologies. Well, I shouldn't really apologize because you guys wouldn't have noticed me gone. But yes, I just had to do a real quick task. It was in the med bay area, so it took a little while, but I'm back now. But yes, we seem to be cruising for a bruising. I want to get deadly precision for the Moab. I know it technically isn't the best thing for Moabs, but I don't think we'll be able to make the 4K upgrade after that. But yes, and if you didn't know, this map is a beginner map called Lotus. It has all these little plants in the way, unless of course you put your guy up there. Turn on auto start, because I think we got this. Do that, because that's going to certainly help. And then we'll get twin guns and airburst darts. Okay, so maybe be a little bit mindful of that. Maybe don't buy larger caliber straight away. Save up for plutonium reactor, if you're following what I'm doing step for step, of course. You don't have to, and it's certainly not advised on certain Odysseys, but for this one, I can confirm I am doing relatively well. So, you know, it is advisable to copy. It doesn't look like too bad of a strategy at this point in time. Okay. Man, once we can single pop ceramics, oh, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Watching a ceramic that usually takes 10 hits on its own before popping into rainbows, take one shot and then just get annihilated. Alright, so the reason I wanted this for the Moab round is because I don't think we'll beat the Moab, like, with the sniper alone, but everything after that, the sniper can do amazing cleanup for. Alright, so, because it's hard difficulty, the costs are a little bit more inflated, but that's alright. We can handle inflated costs. So now, we either save up for main Moab, or Crossbow Master. I'm thinking Crossbow Master, but if things get a bit hairy, we'll have to buy main Moab. And by hairy I mean if we reach round 60, maybe 63. Because 63 we definitely need the crossbow master for. Well, we don't definitely need it, but it would be very easy to get through 63 if we had a crossbow master. Let's put it that way. And the Moabs seem not too intense, like we managed to take that one down without using our Quincy ability, which is a win in my books. Other than that though, I think we save up for crossbow master here. Because we have, what, roughly 20 rounds to save up, and we're already a third of the way there. Not bad. Not bad indeed. Look at them. Look at them just go. The only bad thing about a sniper is sometimes you don't want it to deal damage. Now, if you've watched my fast-tracked Odyssey, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because there was a level where I had a sniper and a bunch of other towers and then one 5th tier. And I knew the 5th tier could take out that level with ease. Absolute no care in the world, it could take out that level easily by itself. Because it was a crossbow master, right? And so since it was a crossbow master, it was versing ceramics, but they were regrow ceramics. And so, let's just say, not this sniper, but a faster shooting sniper would pop a ceramic, and then it would split into like 2 or 4 rainbows, and then they would regrow into more ceramics, and then so on and so forth. And then by the time it actually reached the crossbow master on the map, it could not handle the amount of ceramics that there were. But then once I sold everything but the crossbow master, everything was fine. It was perfect. Absolutely smashed the round. And I hated it because I had to sell everything to make a single round work. But in some cases you just have to do that. You just gotta do it to yourself. But we seem to be smashing this out. 2 Moabs, not a problem. 51, not a problem. Once we get a crossbow master, not a lot of things will be a problem anymore. But yeah, like, as I said, roughly you get 20 towers plus your hero. Your hero's on every map, so that's good. But really, you want to try and hit roughly 4 towers per map. Not including your hero. Your hero's always in there. So 4 towers plus your hero per map should give you an equal distribution of monkeys and heroes, or whatever. Monkeys, towers. Oh, level up. Very nice. In order to get through all the maps on average with ease, right? But the reason I want to use the hero power here, just because the mobs are a bit crazy. Crossbow master. There we go. We don't care anymore. So the reason I say that I like to use a bit less is because a lot of the times in regular Odysseys, not in the extreme ones, but in regular ones, they put the hardest maps or the hardest difficulties at the end. And it's the same with this. The last map is Carts and Darts, Impoppable difficulty, up to around 90. Which means everything's going to be a lot more expensive, and you're going to have to defeat DDTs. Hence why I'm saving up as much as I can by using 1 less than the average amount that I need. So if it says, like, I've got 20 balloons, I will spread them out evenly among the 5 maps to get 4 towers per map. And then I'm going to try and use, at least for the first 3 maps, 1 less than that. Because the last 2 maps will then have 3 extra towers to use. And if I'm lucky, I can absolutely smash it. Alright, but we seem to be doing well here, so I guess I will see you guys until we get... I don't know, what else do we get now? We've got our towers. I guess maybe... Is Energizer actually better in damage-wise? Reduces ability cooldowns everywhere. Okay, while in radius, heroes earn XP 50% faster, and water-based monkeys' abilities cooldowns are halved. Well, that's kind of useless, because by the time we can afford that, he's going to be like level 18 or 19, so that's dumb. Why is that such an expensive upgrade? Cripple Moab, I suppose, or we could just level up Quincy. I guess we'll go for Cripple Moab, just because it means Moabs are stunned for longer and take more damage from everybody else. So, I will see you guys when we can afford that, because I'm not going to be changing any of this. And if I use any abilities, I'll let you know, and I'll include it in the video, just so that you guys are prepared for those rounds in advance. Alright, see you then. Alright everyone, welcome back again. We've managed to get to round 77 without having to use a single ability, and I've made a bit of a mistake. I thought the sniper... Oh. Okay, no ability needed, but if you do need one, there it is. So, I thought the sniper was the one that cost 34,000. Turns out it was the sub, so we're going to get the sub to 5th tier instead of the sniper, because I don't think we'll be able to afford the sniper. Like, even if we didn't buy that upgrade, I don't think we'd be able to afford it just out of 2 rounds before 80, which is the end, so there's really no point. Okay, so round 78 can be quite tough, even with a crossbow master, but I think our sub, now that it's 5th tier, shouldn't have too much of a problem. If it does, we can always use this ability here, which will, oh no, we'll use this one. Should be just as good. Never mind, the sub is absolutely a beast at 5th tier. Not that it's very useful, because, oh no, not gonna lie, that's pretty good then. If he gets 50% more XP now, not bad. Not bad at all. I guess we just spend on Quincy. Because really, we're not going to be getting many more upgrades, are we? You're way too far out. You're already maxed. So I guess we're just waiting for 80 now. And potentially whatever Quincy wants to get, if we can afford it by the end of this round. Which we cannot. Alright, so now we're just versing the Moab. And this round is going to take a while, because this guy's just going to sit him at the start and just keep him right here. You'll barely see him inching onto the screen soon enough, because ZOMGs are actually like able to... There it is. They are actually able to make progress, unlike BFBs and Moabs when they get stunned by this guy. So, yeah, it's just a very slow crawl until this guy pops. But admittedly, Sniper does very good amounts of damage to him. Like, look at that. He's almost done. He's almost gone. So, once he pops, we'll use Quincy's first ability, and then if any ceramics leak through, we'll use his second ability as cleanup. Because the good thing about Quincy's second ability is that you can use it whenever, wherever. Use his first one, and then we didn't even need cleanup. There you go. Alright, so that is the first 2 islands complete, with only 6 monkeys gone, I believe? Yes, 6 monkeys gone. So, how much do we have left? We have 1 dart monkey, 1 sniper, 2 out of our 4 stubs, and then everything else has been kept the same. Oh, and we also used 1 cannon. So essentially, we've got this lot of monkeys and Quincy to deal with the last 3 maps. And now that we've saved a few monkeys on these first 2, we can now use 5 monkeys per map on these last 3. So, that'll be the next video. That'll be coming out roughly tomorrow-ish. If you guys really want it soon, I can attempt to get it to you within the next 12 hours. But if not, this is a fairly chill Odyssey compared to the last one, so there might not be too much rush, but if you guys really do want it, I will absolutely get it out to you guys faster. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. That has been part 1 of the new Odyssey cylindrical thinking. And just one more disclaimer. Limited time spooky trophy store items coming soon. Start earning trophies now. So, if you just clicked on this video for fun to watch me complete an Odyssey, get your butt in there and do some earning yourself, because limited time trophy store items are coming. Halloween event too, so you may be able to get some pretty spooky skins. Alright, so sorry the outro's a bit long. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.